Hello and welcome to Get Into Games on Air, a podcast about board games and Tracy Island. I mean, the people who play them. My name is Craig, as ever, and joining me for a change, full of energy, full of excitement, full of the joys of spring, because it is the spring, isn't it?
Okay.
Don't speak before I've spoken to you.
Okay.
It's Rebecca.
Wow, what did I do wrong?
Nothing.
No. I thought you were going to say for the third time, because the last time you said...
No, yeah, but I've got to keep the listeners on their toes, their little tootsie-wootsies, while they're driving their cars. Okay. They're like, oh, what are we expecting? And then suddenly, handbrake turn into a field. They
weren't expecting me to be here, and then they're like, oh...
Yeah, they were shocked. But you're not the only one here, are you?
I'm not.
There's other people in here. Except for the borrowers that we have in the house. They talk to me when you're out. We have the wonderful, the other good words. Say a good word. Say a good word and I'll tell you if it works for them.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Stunning. Gorgeous. Very, very tall.
Wise.
Intelligent. The biggest brain in the business. The board game...
The goat.
The goats. Yes. Nah. It's, of course, Julian and Libby from Boxed Meeples. Hello!
Hello! I think, having heard you struggle to find a repertoire of words...
It's nice to be able to talk, because I thought we didn't exist until you said our names. We're just listening, sitting here like ghosts.
Not
Goats.
Goats. Yeah, we actually invited you on just to be a live audience. So that was...
I like to think we're like Waldo and Standoff in the Muppets, so we're just going to heckle.
Oh, that's it. That would be amazing.
I'd be fine with that. I think heckling you all day long would be fine.
No one heckles me, no. Heckle you. You're the one who's just been ignoring me playing Time Troopers all week.
That is true.
That is true.
I can't deny it.
But how are you? How have you been? How's it all going? It's the second time you've been on the podcast. So what's happened since the last time? Every day, please.
We are gluttons for punishment, aren't we?
Yeah.
Coming back again. We are very excited that show season is in full swing.
Yeah, we've obviously... You've already had two so
I've
far.
Had two already, yes.
You're at Gamma at Air, and obviously we went to Aircon, where I met up with my stalker again, which is always a treat.
Very handsome, I've heard. Very, very handsome.
Yeah,
you two played a game together whilst I spent all day playing Speakeasy, and then you
we
tag teamed in with someone else to take your seat so you could go and play a game with Craig.
We did, and what a game it was.
It was full of monkey business.
A lot of shenanigans were done with your beautiful monkey. Yeah,
nothing like touching my banana factories, I tell you.
It's a big one. Games Expo is obviously the biggest one we have in this country, so we will of course be there, and we're already looking forward to it and looking through all the lovely games that are going to be coming out.
Yes.
Amazing. So, what is there to... ad read, go.
Whoa. You can't just throw it in there like that. It's got to be like organic.
That's a really lovely shirt you're wearing, Julian.
It is. I often like to get shirts that are related to board game related things. If only there was some sort of company that sold those.
Yeah,
I don't have any idea what you mean, Becky. What? Do you have an idea?
Well, if you're preparing for UKGE this year, you know that comfort is just as important as your strategy. At Shirts and Merch, I can't even say it today. At Shirts and Merch Etsy shop, there is a specially curated collection of merch designed specifically for the gaming community. They've focused on high-quality fabrics and clean, unique designs that look great whether you're at the NEC or at your home table. It's a great way to support a small business while picking up a new favourite piece for your wardrobe. Visit Shirts and Merch Visit Shirts and Merch Etsy store today and be UKGE ready. I don't know where my teeth are today.
It sounded like that was pre-recorded, if you ask me.
You can go on there any day as well, not just today. Tomorrow. Go on there tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And if you want a little preview of some of the look of them, Julian Spoon doing some hilarious reels of teaching his children how to play games in their Gen Z chat, and both
Yeah.
of those reels so far are wearing a Shirts and Merch
Yeah.
t-shirt.
Someone even said, "How did you get this handsome shirt?" And I said, "I went on Shirts and Merch's amazing Etsy store." And I
See,
had a
that's how
couple
you
of
say it.
them.
That's how you say it.
Yeah.
You say it without tripping up.
But that's because they're professionals.
Yeah. Yes.
Mm.
Yeah.
So
Shirts and Merch. Are Shirts and
UK
Merch going to the UK Games Expo?
they're not.
Oh,
I think
He's going.
He's
I think,
going.
but not. He doesn't have a stand.
yeah.
Well, that makes me sad. I like to
Yeah.
pick up things that are non-board gamey but board game adjacent when I go to shows as well.
but who is going to UK Games Expo, Craig?
I am.
Excellent. That's convenient.
And Chris Barrie.
Yeah.
He's going.
Yeah.
He's going, remember? Mr.
Yes.
Brittas himself. I'm sure that's the only thing he's ever in.
Yep, that's all. That's what people know him for.
That's yep.
And also,
Yeah.
he played a butler once in the Tomb Raider movie. I think
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
his main credits. I can't think of
Yeah,
anything else he would have been in.
Yeah, nothing else.
Do you think he really likes board games?
I think he loves board games.
Which board game do you think he's going to head straight for?
Grand Austria Hotel, because it's just like the British Empire, but it's not a sports leisure centre, it's a hotel. So it's nothing like it.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
So,
This is an encyclopedic knowledge of the British Empire.
I know. Colin will come in at any point, and then there'll be the lady that I can't remember on the desk with her baby under the counter.
In the drawer.
In the
baby
drawer,
was in the
yeah,
drawer,
yeah.
I can't even remember the catchphrase now. That's terrible.
Yeah, I'm no good to you.
Now for the whole podcast, I'm going to be racking my brain trying to remember what the catchphrase was in the British Empire.
Well, edit it in. I'm not going to edit anything. Ridiculous concept.
Perhaps you should. Editing.
But yes.
No. Okay.
Never. I'm never going to do that. So, UKGE is just around the corner. It's like a month away now, isn't it?
Yes.
Don't.
It's like a
I
month.
have a lot to do work-wise.
So yeah, you have a very different. You're enjoying UKGE slightly differently again, like you were last year. Like last year, you were working obviously with Paverson and on old Van Ryder's stand, but this year you're doing something different. You're both working for on Paverson's stand.
Yes, well,
Yes.
It's kind of hard to say no to my wife.
And
But yes, I had a fantastic time last year at Van Ryder. And, previously, obviously, we've done all sorts of crazy shenanigans at Games Expo. Who can forget a rather large dodo?
Yes.
Our kids still talk about where is the dodo. They still go on about it.
Yeah.
Every time we go to a Games Expo, they're like, "Is the dodo here?" Like, no, the dodo's.
I think the dodo must still be in an attic in Cranbrook. So if they could write letters in
Okay.
and in the Cosmos, you'd probably find that they could bring the dodo.
I think they are still feeding her.
Yeah.
Okay.
It did get lost for a while.
It
but-
did.
yeah.
We hunted for the dodo. But so it's Paverson this time. But I've had great fun at Van Ryder last year. But it's always nice to be around Lib.
Yeah,
So what will you be showcasing on the Paverson stand?
Well, we have the classics, distilled. Luthier came out last year. So that was exciting to have that release. And this year, we're really, really ramping stuff up. So there is going to be 3 unreleased games on tables to play, one of which is yet to be announced. So that's super exciting. The other 2 we've been talking about kind of slowly as we go. One is Ringo, which is going to be crowdfunding on July 7th. So there's that one. And then Class of 89 is coming out towards the end of the year. And that's going to be our first straight to retail game. And those ones have been at Aircon and a couple of other shows before for people to do just a little bit of dabbling into the prototypes. But now things are really tightening up in terms of artwork, rule books, and all of that kind of things. In fact, I saw them both March time and played them both then, and I know they've changed dramatically even from then, when they were kind of oh wow, this is actually looking like it's, the characters are there and all of that kind of stuff. It really gives you the vibe of it. So I'm actually quite excited to see in person all of those changes as well. So they're a lot closer to the kind of finished product. So that's exciting. And yes, then there's another little secret squirrel one that will be out.
So this will be the
first show.
First time it's been known of outside of Paverson.
Mm-hmm.
So that's cool.
Yes. Yeah.
And obviously Julian has no idea what it is.
I've got no idea at all because I do not work for Paverson.
You will be teaching one of the games of it.
I probably should learn it at some point. I don't know. I genuinely don't know the title of it.
No, it hasn't. That we haven't solidified yet. So
that's very
stuff
exciting
to happen. But yes, we will each be teaching or demoing one game of it over the weekend. So we both need to get pretty proficient with the newbie.
If you need any help, I'm very good at naming games or renaming games. So I'm very good at making sure that they've got the right names for the right audience. So if you ever need any help, I'm but a phone call away.
Okay.
I don't want the name to be, whether it will be or not. I'll be delighted to find out.
But it's just super exciting that, Distilled came out 4 years ago, something like that. And then last year is the second game for Paverson with Luthier, and they've both done amazingly well. Luthier has been nominated for 6 Dice Tower Awards this week.
Wow.
So that's incredible. And then, we're just really ramping stuff up with lots more coming. Great thematic games.
It's bizarre, really, because our relationship with Dave Beck and Paverson really started from Games Expo, where obviously I backed Distilled as much like I was I want all of Distilled.
It's a whiskey game.
I'm having it all.
I'm in.
It was one of the first Kickstarters I backed, so I got everything, and I did some videos on it, and Dave had seen those, so I said, can we meet up and I'll do some 5 reasons with him, and we played this fun game of can you name every spirit in the game, and he forgot gin. What an embarrassment for him.
Get gin.
But we got on really well, and we kept on talking after that, and from that friendship, that's how you ended up. Bizarrely, just anecdotally, I mentioned that you'd be interested in a job there, advertising at the time. So all of that kind of blossomed from a random nonsense chat at Games Expo one year.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, amazing what can happen.
Exactly. Is cocktails available to buy at Expo or no?
I don't think that it will quite have arrived to give anything out to our backers.
Okay.
And to have it there, but you will be able to pre-order it via our website. We have a warehouse here in the UK, so it can then deliver to your house within probably only a couple of weeks. It's just those ships and things.
I think there's a few
always friendly to you. Yeah,
I think there's a few publishers that are struggling with the shipping, because I definitely know that Molinarius, they were hoping to get there before the rain shipment, but it's going to miss UKGE by like a week or so they've had to air freight some in. Because they promised people that they'll be able to collect them. So definitely the shipping is affecting quite a few
Some
people.
sort of global politics going on might affect a few things.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, last year was really touch and go with Luthier, and we managed to sort of start delivering out to backers at the kind of same weekend as the show, but it was pretty tight. But I just think the timelines for this one is going to be a bit too close.
But you will be able to play it if you've not had a chance to play cocktails. You'll be able to.
You'll be able to see it. I think we'll have a table for base distilled, and that all of our like prototype stuff for cocktails, production stuff. I mean, I saw some of those acrylic tokens and things like that at Gamma, and they're just insane.
They look amazing.
Yeah.
Incredible.
And,
so we'll have all of that stuff out for people to kind of pick up, touch, feel, know what it is that they're dealing with, and can ask questions about what this does in the game and stuff like that. So you kind of know a bit more about what you might want to be investing in. Or
I'm a big fan of the Dice Shaker.
Yes.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
I'm sold on Dracula. Just Dracula being there. Just
and if you haven't already,
he's actually the artist for distilled and cocktails, and he's also the artist for Class of '89. So that's his interpretation of putting himself in the game.
Oh.
But, if you've seen the dice tower, that'll be available for the Lufia dice tower. Be able to buy that stand, which is always
you can put those dice in and goes bling.
Nice.
Yeah, we looked at that and we were like, do we, don't we? I think if we've got some spare money, we probably will.
Yeah. And you're currently liking building wooden kits, so you'll enjoy building it.
Do you have to build it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You have to build it, don't you?
Yeah. There is a video of exactly what you do, and there's also a sheet of instructions and stuff, but it doesn't take too long.
Is Dave coming?
He is indeed, yes.
Yeah.
We have a huge stand this year, like twice the size of last year's stand. So there's a nice big team of us.
It's a renovated stand as well. It's going to be very different to last year's, so it's going to be
exciting,
attention grabbing.
That's very exciting. Very exciting.
And yes, while I won't be on the Van Ryder stand, Van Ryder will be there as well. So Evan will be there, AJ will be there. So if you did want to get stuff signed, they're always willing to do that. I think my friend Jen will be demoing some of the new releases for Final Girl. So
she's the new Final Girl.
She is. She's the season 4 Final Girl. Mm-hmm. So I think they've got the Definitely Not Predator one available to demo on there, and I'll be popping over there. So if you see me.
It's interesting. They've done a Definitely Not Predator, and Terrascape 2 is definitely not Predator 2 either. It seems to be a strange IP that people are definitely not making games of at the moment. I don't know why.
And the reigning one in season 4 for Final Girl was definitely not Jurassic Park.
Yep.
So yeah, I don't know if that will be there, but I know the Predator one definitely not Predator, of course.
Whilst we're talking about our kind of friend associates,
our chums.
I don't know if you saw that we got together with Rosie at Cardboard Alchemy and made our April Fools for Critter Cocktails.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So Cardboard Alchemy are going to have a stand there for the first time, and I'm excited to see Whisperwood, which I think sounds like it's gonna. Well, I mean, it's got like golems and this sort of magical world and stuff like that. The art looks really nice in it, and it's a bag puller game. But it sounds like it's going to be relatively heavy side.
Yeah, it's a big game for them.
Big game, I suppose. Spacey game.
Andromeda's Edge.
That one.
That small game.
That's like probably their chunkiest game, I would say, so far. And I think that's going to be up there with that, but with that kind of colourful theme, crittery look. Not all by Sandara. I think there's a kind of art collaboration. But I'm intrigued, as we've got a few bag pullers that we like Wonderland's War. Obviously, Quacks is a classic. Orleans, I think, does that as well. But I think when they were talking about like types of reviewers and stuff, they're talking about the kind of people that might review like Lacerda games and stuff. So I'm intrigued to see how that looks out on a table. I only saw some bits and bobs when I was at Gamma, but I imagine it's going to be a little beast on the table.
And I know Cardboard Alchemy have got a very kind of creative stand. There's loads of kind of activities going on there, some of which Paveson might be involved in.
Yeah. Maybe. They've got a load of Flamecraft jewels there as well.
I think
which is fun.
They're involved in the pin trading, I think, which is happening again this year.
And is she doing her like trinket trove thing again?
Like she did at Aircon.
Yeah.
I think she's going to be too busy. She's said if someone wants to run and manage it for her, she's happy to bring it and start it. But I don't think she thinks she'll have the time and space to kind of care for it, because it takes a little bit of tidying and sorting and
it went
really well at Aircon.
Yeah.
So I think it's a really nice concept.
Yeah.
But I think it's possibly nicer at those smaller conventions, because UKGE is a different beast, and the thing will be picked up and taken off. Like,
yeah. Yeah, you can't just tie that down with a bit of ribbon.
No, it's a bit more industrial.
I'll swap the whole box for this glue tack.
Yeah.
Cool.
So that's one of the games that I am excited to get a close up of.
Yeah, we have been making lists and checking them twice about games we're excited about.
That's what we should do. We should talk about games that we're excited about.
Can we play my game first, and then we'll launch into that? Oh.
All right.
Yeah, but that's because you're not very good at my game.
Actually, the best.
I think you'll find you got Time Troopers wrong, and it was like really obvious. Really obvious. Like the only thing I talk about all of the time ever. You didn't get it, did you? No. Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Number one, the word. All right. So the idea for anybody who doesn't know is that I'm going to give you 5 words, and you've got to try and guess the game before you get to the 5th word. So the first word is.
Well, I know a certain time-based manipulation solo game has got a lot of cards in a said box, but that might seem frightfully obvious.
And I think we did that last week.
Yeah.
Or the week before.
That was just already shouted out as not a thing.
But that's what somebody who double bluffed me would say.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm going Luthier.
Oh.
Because last time.
What do you think, Julian?
Well, we were going to have a game of Lorcana the other day, but I found out someone had stuck all my cards together. I didn't know how to deal with it.
Our dog is barking because your joke is so bad.
My joke is astonishing. I am going to go with the popular Magic the Gathering. That's a card.
It's going to be alpaca.
No. Right, the next word, so your number 2, is move. So you've got cards and move.
I can't remember the name. I was going to say, is it Happy Home? Because that has cards.
Oh, because you moved house.
And when we moved house, I gave it to you as a present.
Okay, that's.
But which obviously Becky would know about this very obscure fact that has never been mentioned on anything we've ever done before. But yeah, I gave you that as a moving in present. So we had moved with these cards.
I am going with Emberleaf because I think that's the one that does the card dancing.
No, it's not that.
That would have been good though, wouldn't it?
It would have been really good.
Yeah, I know.
I think it was a game we played yesterday.
Okay. What was that then?
This is my nose. We are playing a game of, I think it's Camping Season.
We didn't play that yesterday.
No, I know.
Okay, it's not that. The next word is character.
Oh.
So cards, move, character.
Oh my. Those are a little bit wide, these words, aren't they?
Is Gambit in X-Men Dice Throne? Because he moves cards and he is a character.
Yes.
No.
Oh.
I mean, your ideas are way better than mine, but it's not right.
I'm going to go.
No, not Jamaica.
I'm going Scythe. Because you can move your main character to have a nice encounter.
My mum played that game, Greg.
Which one?
The one you just mentioned.
Jamaica?
No, she chose it herself.
I knew that was coming as soon as I said it. That's why people pay for their subscription fees to listen to this podcast. Yeah. This is comedy.
Next word is bet.
Oh.
Okay. Move character bet.
Oh, bet. Okay.
Okay.
I'm going Hot Streak.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm quite familiar with that.
Yes. For those of you who don't know, Julian was the bear.
I was a bear.
In the person reenactment of Hot Streak at Aircon event that Rosie ran from Cozy Board Games.
That looked really fun.
Yes, her and Kim Joy did a great job of hosting. I mean, they did Railroad Inc. as well, but I mean, in my mind, Hot Streak was where it was at because they all wore the fun little headgear or outfits or something.
I liked how more modest the budget was. I think it's going to increase each year if we do it.
Yeah, maybe.
And by the end, we might have full costumes. But yeah, at the moment, it's just a hat. I think they tried to get a Burger King crown for the Queen. That didn't work out.
But you just constantly, you'd managed to find like an orange top and then a purple T-shirt to put on top to be like the bear in it. Gobbler, is that his name?
Yeah, Gobbler.
And then you just basically, every time you could turn to the audience, you just went, wow.
I was a terrified bear.
But you nearly won, and then all of a sudden you got turned around, and then you were off track.
I was robbed.
Dead. Yeah. So,
and weirdly, you're wearing that same outfit at the Patterson stand at UKGE, so that'd be great.
It's amazing how often I'm associated with people in costumes.
These shenanigans, yeah. But it was a lot of fun, as much fun as it is in real life, just because you just never know if the fish is falling over, who's going into who, someone's walking backwards. It just, every round is total chaos, right?
Yeah. If someone held a flame to your UK Games Expo tickets and said, choose Hot Streak or Magical Athlete, which would you pick?
I was just about to ask the same question.
Were you going to burn something?
No, I was just about to ask them the exact same question. I think Hot Streak. I think it's more accessible, certainly for playing with our kids. It's more accessible for them to just play.
I'd say if you're playing a game with people who care about winning, who want to feel in control to a certain extent of a game, Hot Streak is more of a game, whereas Magical Athlete is more just sit back and watch chaos and enjoy that madness.
Yes, we played a 12-player, so obviously we fluffed the rules a bit for that, of Magical Athlete at Aircon in the place that we were staying at.
In our party house.
And it was chaos.
Yeah.
Absolute chaos. Just every roll, someone's activating, something else is going. Some people get sort of stuck in a little loop of moving back to, moving forward to, moving back to. Yeah.
I think if somebody asked me to play either of them, I'd be like, yes. I don't think I would say no to one of them, but we don't own Magical Athlete, but we do own Hot Streak. But for us and our family, I think Hot Streak is better at the moment. But they're both great games. So.
Yeah, they both have a place.
Yeah.
It was just weird. There seems to be this weird thing in board gaming that games that have similar kind of chaotic racing, two of them come out at the same time. It's like, what character like Galileo
and
yeah. So Galileo came out, and there was another game. Thunderworks did a Galileo game, and it's like, what are you doing? Stop.
Yeah.
One at a time, please.
And Darwin, and Darwin's Journey.
Yes. Yeah.
Cool. So, shall we get into our lists?
We should get into
UKGE games.
All right.
Do you know, Gordon Brittas' well-known catchphrase was excellent.
Was that it?
Apparently so, says the internet.
Well, yeah, because he was like, no. How did he say it? He said it weird, though, didn't he?
I think so, but now
but not quite Mr. Burns, but high-pitched.
You know, everyone's going to be like, stop listening to the podcast and find out how it was said.
I do think there will be people who weren't alive going to UK Games Expo who weren't alive in 1997 to enjoy the British Empire.
Yeah. I love the British Empire.
Maybe
was it one of those shows like 40 Towers where you think that there are more episodes than there were?
It was on for 6 years, between 1991 and 1997, Craig.
Okay, that's great.
Oh,
yeah.
Fun to
I told you, Julian just knows everything off the top of his head.
Yeah. Right, who's going to start off then?
Okay, we've been talking silliness. I'm happy to start with more silliness.
Okay, great.
So, you know how Itten games go there sometimes? and it sounds like they're going to be there again. And this, I don't think, is part of the Fun Brick series, which we have loads of, which are always a bit silly. But this is Ping Pond Frog.
Oh.
And it looks fun and colourful on the front. And it's a 2-player frog jumping game. So I reckon there's going to be some froggy, like, flicking or something crazy. And I always think checking out those like Japanese real quirky strange ones, like I think there looks like there's a whole kind of series of quite small boxes that are really colourful there. So there's another one called Candy Tap, but the frog one was the one that I was kind of like, I need to see what that's about.
I think that's the kind of games that also they work really well if you pick them up at a convention, because it's just like, we can sit down, we can play it, we don't have to go, right, we've just bought Twilight Imperium, let's go. And never again.
You didn't want to go into the halls tomorrow, did you? We'll just sit and play this. Although a lot of people do that. A lot of people avoid the Saturday because it gets quite busy in the halls, and then they just like camp out in the Hilton with the tables there and just play games all day. I'm mildly jealous of that, if I'm honest.
I don't know, but I've always thought, unless you're meeting up with people that you don't usually game with, I get that. But there's something magical about walking around the halls and seeing all, like, I wouldn't want to miss that. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think if you're just sitting there and you've decided, I'm just going to play, you could do that at home. I don't know. What about you, Julian? What's on your list?
Yeah, well, there's one talking about kind of silly, quirky games. We're a big fan of barbecues, which is an Alley Cat game. It comes in a tin, and there's another one of those coming called Bookshelf.
I have this on my list.
Yeah, and they are dexterity driven, but like they were saying, they are fun to just pick up, explain the rules quickly. And this one is more kind of balancing, isn't it? It's counterbalancing books on each side of a shelf with a cat involved.
Yeah, it said you have to make space for the cat, so I don't know how that works.
No.
But out of all of them, like, I do like barbecues, but I think a lot of people will see the Bookshelf one and go, "Oh yeah, that's me. I like books. I'll pick that up."
I've played through my books did really incredibly well recently.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. So I think, that will be incredibly well received. I think. I had I don't know which one I've got some like board game adjacent stuff, so I'll leave that to the end. Six Nymphs, Baron Ox looked interesting. So we like Six Nymphs. This one adds in an ox, and it's to do with, so the line gets wiped when you have so many colours, like the same coloured ball head.
Oh, okay.
So it just adds an extra rule to Six Nymphs. But I mean, you can't go wrong with Six Nymphs. Great party game. I like that.
It is true.
I don't know. Some of the things on my list, I don't know if they're new or just new to me.
Yeah.
So
it was slightly confusing at if you look at, obviously the best way to find out what's going to be at the expo is to look at their website. But yeah, some of them are new to play or new to buy or just new or not able to buy, demoing.
But then a lot of them that
I'm really excited to see new to buy distilled. That's a brand new to buy one.
But that's what there are things like Terraria and Apex Legends, which we saw last year. So I'm not sure that they aren't. I don't know.
I must confess, a lot of the conventions kind of blend into one sometimes. It's like, where did I play that? And I have to check back on BG Stats and go, oh, no, that was at Games Expo. And sometimes you play them in an early prototype version. I mean, I really enjoy the playtesting area that you get at UK Games Expo, and seeing stuff in its absolute infancy there. And sometimes it's just things scribbled on a piece of paper, and other times it's like, we're going to crowdfund in about a year or tomorrow, and it's pretty finished then. Okay. So sometimes I feel like I've seen this before, but no, I've seen no prototype of it. Or
like Fetching Feathers was such a limited release last year because it was kind of like a semi-pre-proper print run.
Yeah.
So it was kind of technically released and out last year's UK, but like the proper release now with the proper print run and everything will be here this year. So that's still a great game, but there's that kind of like, which year does it hit how? Yeah.
What have you got on your list, Craig?
King of Tokyo Godzilla. It's King of Tokyo and it's Godzilla.
Just an extra character? Or
no, it's a game. It's a whole game. It's all different art style.
Yeah, fancy art style.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like an old classic art. And the I think the symbols on the dice seem to be different, but I think they do the same thing.
Dare I say it? It seems a bit more thematic, a bit more grown up. King of Tokyo.
But yeah, it just looks interesting. I love Godzilla.
You love King of Tokyo?
He's the greatest. King of Tokyo is the best. Put Godzilla in King of Tokyo, even though he is in King of Tokyo, but he's not. Yep, sold. I'll take one. Thanks. Next.
Better save up your pennies then.
I don't have to.
Okay, Libby, what's next on your list?
I'm intrigued by what De Vere are going to have there.
Oh, okay.
So we had that controversy over Ace of Spades at Gen Con last year. Everyone was raving about how good the gameplay was, but obviously they had some issues, to say the least.
Terrible decisions and art.
with the artwork
that
was there. Now that's been revisited, and I think they've had a cultural consultant and stuff like that, from as far as I'm aware, come on board. So they've redone the art, re-releasing it with an expansion for zombies, in fact. So that's, I think, going to be there. But I'm also very intrigued because I think they might have demos of their Gen Con and their Essen releases, which tend to be more my kind of games. So Gaudi and Shugendu, which I think potentially is part of the Kamichi series with like Bitoku, Bamboo, Sand, all of those. And Bitoku is a game that I really, really love. So that series I'm always kind of interested in seeing. But in terms of like what we'd probably potentially bring home, Ace of Spades, but I very much want to kind of get eyes on all the fun stuff that's coming up, for sure.
Yeah, the Vere games generally tend to be some of the ones that are like, we're always very keen. Well, I'm very keen on. If it wasn't for their rule books, I'm like, yes, I definitely want to play this game.
And the fact that when you take the stuff out of the box, you can't actually put it back in the box.
That's where folded space inserts come in.
Yeah. I mean, I've got a very loaded White Castle that has the expansion in it as well, and that definitely has got, a good
you got promos
centimetre plus of box lift, but they're all in one box.
But yeah, those are the games that you mentioned. They do look very good, and I do enjoy. Because we've just got Orloj as well, or Lloyd, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we picked that up from the previous publisher at Essen. So that, it's obviously done very well, and I'm sure it's going to do better now it's got wider distribution with De Vere. It's a good looking game, isn't it, with that clock and everything.
Last year, we were talking about, I was saying earlier about seeing games a little bit ahead of time. We're a big fan of the game Power Vacuum. In fact, we talked about it in the video recently about how it's massively underrated. And, so I saw Almighty last year, which is now just crowdfunded, just finished in March, which is very different to Power Vacuum, all about gods manipulating people into bending their will. Has that kind of same tongue-in-cheek humour as Power Vacuum does, and obviously the same designer. So I'm excited to see more about Almighty and maybe get a chance to play it, because on paper, when I first heard about Power Vacuum, a friend of ours was singing its praise, and I was like, well, it's a trick take. You've got so many of those. But what the beauty of Power Vacuum was twisting it enough to make it feel like a brand new experience. I'm hoping Almighty has that kind of hidden layer of intrigue about it.
Talking about Power Vacuum, I think we were quite interested when we saw it at the press event. But then it seemed a shame because after UKGE, people had picked up copies, and then I saw loads like them being sold. Loads. So there's obviously something missed with the audience. I don't know. I don't know much about it because we haven't played it, but I definitely saw like people, weren't loving it as much as they perhaps
sort of moving
had,
it on afterwards. Yeah.
had hoped. I don't know. Maybe it suits a certain.
I can't think it fell under the radar. I mean, it's ranked quite not comparatively low. It's around about the 5,000 mark on BGG. So that's often an indicator of people just missed it.
I think there's an element of you needing to get their sense of humour, though.
Yeah.
Like the artwork is funny and brings that kind of like weird Soviet appliances going against each other in a very funny, tongue-in-cheek kind of way.
I think Almighty's going to be more accessible. I think, and it's funded on Kickstarter. So I think there is a buzz about it, and I think that's really what the King Bean Studios are going to be pushing at Games Expo this year.
They were great on their stand. Like I was like, yeah, this looks great. But I don't know why it just felt to me like it had not landed as well as maybe.
It's the kind of game where the more you play it, you change the way that you play. You don't always want to win a trick with these, and I think sometimes when you don't want to win, it can play with people's minds a little bit in terms of like their tactics and how they go towards it. Like if we were playing with our girls, they're always going to play every trick to win. And so knowing that that's not actually necessarily going to be your best route to victory, and you really have to manipulate the table a little bit and try and get people to help win where you want to get the most votes, and like to be able to manipulate where the power is and how many points you're gathering from that. There's a whole nother tactic side to just the card play of the trick take. And so I suppose if you're not ready for that double layer or triple layer of the game, and we've been lucky to play it with people that kind of, we have that table banter going on throughout and we're engaged in the silliness, and I can see that if you didn't have that, then you wouldn't enjoy the experience as much.
Yeah. I think sometimes we were talking about this today, like some people don't play them enough times to really get to the depth of the game. Like it's like I'll play it like once or twice, and if I don't get it, that's it, moving on. But like often some of the best games, you have to like play it multiple times and drill down into the intricacies of the game to really have it sing. I don't know.
But my favourite game's Root, and it's often known that if you don't play it, you're going to hate it for the first 4 games you play. You're not going to understand what's going on, and then after that, hopefully it's all clicked, and then some lunatic will introduce a new expansion and go, okay, there's 2 more people, I've got no idea what they do. But we've all been really lucky that we've had people for Root who are as knowledgeable, if not more so, than us. So we always have great games of that. But I can see that learning curve being a right angle, and you're probably not going to enjoy your first game at all.
We enjoy Root, but we play it with the Clockwork expansion every so often. But probably not enough to really
have people who want to play.
We don't have people.
Maybe
we don't have
any
friends.
friends.
That's true. It's very true. Just shout into a void.
So the next game that I'm interested in is Zoo Tycoon. Obviously, was it Kickstarted or
It's
very expensive.
One of those.
I think that's the one with the gorgeous meeples, right? It's got
and I used to play Zoo Tycoon like on the computer, and I don't think I will go in like going to buy it, but I definitely want. I haven't seen it anywhere out, and I want to go and see what it looks like, and maybe if there's a demo, have a demo of a couple of rounds or whatever, just to see whether it is something that we want to invest in, because it was quite expensive, I think. But I just want to check it out.
Sounds fun.
Feel the cut of the cardboard.
Yeah.
I think the meeples in that look as good as the ones in Serengeti.
Yeah.
He is. I have put down For the Gods, which is the new one from Mighty Boards that's just gone.
I have that on my list too. How dare you?
I'm sorry. It just looks like I don't know a huge amount about it, because I'm one of those people who go, "Oh, pretty box! I want to play it." And it's definitely one, because Rebirth has obviously, this doesn't seem like it's overly complex. I don't think it's that heavy, which Rebirth isn't either, but this seems to be like a little step up. It seems to have some similar like area control-y kind of things to it. I don't know full or everything about it, but it just looks really good, and I just want to have a little tinker with it.
Yeah, I think Mighty Boards have been doing like really well lately. Obviously, they've done a great production with like Art Society and things like that, and make some special effort with the box, with the frames and all of that kind of stuff. I don't know if you guys played Red North yet. That came out at Essen. Was technically they took it off another designer and did like a Tembi to it, essentially.
Originally it was Sia, now it's Red North.
Yeah. So those came out Essen time. So I think they're definitely someone to watch, aren't they?
Yeah.
They've got, I think it's a current campaign actually in crowdfunding, Yote. Yote. But for me, For the Gods, I think I'm potentially more interested in. So like you want to check that out for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And also Tembi, as you mentioned, Tembi's amazing. Tembi's such a good game.
Yeah, we haven't had a chance to play it yet, but I really do want to. Yeah,
it is. We played Tembi just after we played Faraway, and we were kind of like, why are people talking about Faraway? Tembi's just so much better. It's just so much better. But still.
I know Phil and Lisa from Fun with Boxes play Tembi in Tembi.
They did.
So
yeah. Wow, that's cool.
Yes.
I like that kind of thing.
So okay, if I'm not going to have that one because you've stolen it from me, I'm going to go with Jason and the Argonauts. So loads of people have been talking about how amazing Hercules and the 12 Labours is. I'm not a huge solo gamer. You're way more the solo in this pair. But occasionally I've been known to dabble, and I just have heard such great things about Hercules, and now Jason and the Argonauts is here. It's like, maybe I should try the new one, the new shiny one.
In terms of solo games, though, I really like Final Girl, and these ones seem to be heavier solo games, which kind of mirrors our taste in games. You prefer a heavier game, I prefer a more lighter or medium weight style game. So this feels like a solo game for a more hardcore, heavier gamer.
Okay, cool. I've not heard of them. Have you?
No. I've heard of the 12 Labours, the game, but not heard of it, not knowing much about it.
Not played it, no. Our friend has played, well, a couple of friends have played Hercules, but I don't know anyone's opinion on Jason and the Argonauts yet. But I'm intrigued to check them out. I mean, maybe we'll end up bringing home both of them. Who knows?
But that's the beauty of these kind of things, isn't it? You can go and try out a game and go, yep, that's for me, or no, I've got no idea what you're saying. You're just mouthing words now to me. It's going in one ear and out the other. I'm going to nod and pretend until you have that awful moment and someone says, okay, so it's your turn. You're like, yep. Oh, yes, I do.
You do. Just take my turn for me.
I can't be the only one, but by the third day, you're like, I've played so many games now. I've got no idea what these words you're saying is.
The worst one for me was when we went to Steeped Games, and I know they have like awful, people don't like them for a good reason. But basically, tried Tea for Two. We sat down. They went blah, 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 and quickly told us the rules, and then walked off. And we were like, okay, we have no idea. And so about 2 minutes later, we sort of got up and walked away. They were never going to sell that game because they didn't put any effort into actually...
They were never going to sell that game because they've never made it.
Well, I know that, but if they had have made it, they were never going to sell it because they hadn't actually put any effort into...
I think our mutual friend Flav from Hachette does the best ever tutorials for any game, where he managed to reduce it down into about 30 seconds, which you're nodding and completely agreeing, going, yeah, okay, I've got all of that. Then he walks away and someone else joins and then explains the more appropriate teaching. I will never forget his tutorial for Shotgun and Bass, which is I'm not going to do the accent. I'm fighting the urge to do a wonderful French accent. But he said, "Yep, you're building stuff on the moon. So you have some people you'll take up to the moon. You'll build different structures, and each of them are going to score differently based on which modules you're playing." So there you go.
Wow.
And it's all true, it's all excellent.
It's
But
excellent,
it's
yeah.
like, now, okay, so
How do I do
now?
that?
I love that.
I'm looking forward to a game called Crash Derby, which is some LB, because I used to really go to banger car racing, and I don't know if this is a British thing. I think it is. It's like really aggressive stock car racing where cars just plow into each other until they explode. And I used to go with my dad to watch this, and it seems like Crash Derby is a game that's exactly the same as that, mixed in with Mario Kart and some really amazing gear-based controllers that rotate and they affect other ones, a bit like the game I can never remember the name of.
Tidal Blades has those like turny dial.
What's the
and
one
stuff,
with the cogs of?
But yes, I know what you mean.
As will the listener.
Yeah,
That cog-based worker placement game. But yeah, it's fine. Yeah, but I remember that. I much like remember.
Yeah, it'll
Gordon
come to
Brittas'
us in a second,
catchphrase.
and we'll be like,
But yeah, no one's really talking about this. It is actually only available for retail. But like I said earlier, it's nice to see a fun idea for a game and see if that translates to actual experience I want to buy or take home with me, or if it's just a fun novelty and go, oh yeah, I'm pleased you tried that. I don't need it on my shelf though.
Yeah.
Often by playing these games. But on the flip side, I remember playing First Rat at UK Games Expo for the first time and never heard of it. Didn't even know that was a thing. Everyone around the table we were playing with got up and bought a copy. So often you find these kind of games you're not even on your radar. You just discover by walking around, play it and go, ooh. Like Dinner in Paris was another one. I just joined a table because they needed one more person. And I'm not shy about just going, yep, I'll play. Played it, really enjoyed it. So in many ways, yeah, of course we are going to plan out what we're excited to see, but often the fun bits of particularly Games Expo is just discovering something new and going, how's this gone past me?
the cog game is Zolkin.
Zolkin, of course it is.
Oh yeah. So because you were talking about racing games and banger car racing, I saw today that they are doing a Thunder Road Vendetta RPG. Now we love Thunder Road. Mm-hmm. We don't have all of it, but we have quite a number of the expansions. So I'm really interested to see what an RPG that involves the game.
I read that. You play as the car.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that a good thing?
I'm like, are you Lightning McQueen in this scenario? Are you?
I don't know.
Yeah, I just thought you'd have like a storyline about your gang, but that's Mad Max, the RPG. But yeah, you play as the car apparently. You
use your existing game as
actually owning Thunder Road's required.
I don't
think it is, but it's like when you have an RPG, you D&D, you'll have your board with that. Some people put the houses and the minis, but if you have the game, then I suppose you can. I don't know.
It just said you can use. When I read the write-up, it just said you can use the cars and board if you want to. So I don't know. There wasn't much more on the write-up.
You'll know when you get crashed into.
That's it. You just have to go, I bumped into you. Sorry.
Sure. Anyway, that was my next.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see, and it seems to be, I think everyone is excited, because Julie and Libby, they're very excited to see it, because obviously it's on both their lists and on your list. I can see it. It's not there. Is Drillers from CGE.
It is indeed on our list.
See? Hey!
It's not on mine.
I don't know, like, it's one of those things, as soon as CGE go, here's something new and shiny, and then I go, oh, that's pretty. That's pretty.
You like a CGE game.
And then, yeah, like it happened with SETI, and then SETI's like the best game ever made.
What is it about, though, this Drillers?
You are basically exploring a mine using like mechs. You're drilling down and exploring.
It's like an abandoned factory or something that have left all this stuff in the ground, and you're drilling through it. But CG
is it a big game like Sorry.
one game a year they get very excited about, and that becomes their big thing. I mean, last year was Wishwood, which was lighter for us, but yeah, Drillers looks good.
Yeah.
Is it light like Whispered?
It's
or is
saying
it
3
No.
on the BG.
more
G.
SETI size?
Probably
I
less SETI, but more
Yeah.
than Whispered.
I think
Okay,
more
in the
Arnold.
middle.
Yeah,
I
maybe
think
on
in the
it.
middle. Yeah, I saw it briefly at Gamma, like laid out on a press table, and I would say it's sort of in between the two.
But yeah.
Cool.
It seems intriguing. I thought it would be on your list to kind of look at closer for sure. I'm not sure how excited I am about miming, drilling.
Yeah.
You know, if it's not surrounding dwarves of Lord of the Rings, it's like, you know, if the game mechanism's fun, then great. It's just, it's not a theme that's I'm going to gravitate towards.
Yeah, I think it's
But
definitely mechanics that all.
it's from them.
Yeah.
And it looks quite good. So that's why it's kind of still on the list.
I would wager it's going to have a terrible insert.
Oh, always.
Well, yeah, because them and Devere both work with Folded Space to create the inserts for them.
Yes. Yeah, so you have a load of plastic bags when you buy the game, and you're like, oh, if you want to get an insert, just to make the game easier to set up.
Easier to
just
set
hold
up.
on.
But yeah, it does look good. But I'm reluctant to go to CGE stand because they won't have the metal coins and tokens for SETI at UK Games Expo.
Why?
Have you stuck an LED light in your sun yet?
No, not yet. I need to. That's on the job. I need metal coins and LED little balloon light to stick in my sun.
Like the sun. And have you dabbled in the expansion much?
We have it. We haven't played it yet.
Because I think that's going to be obviously that'll be a Games Expo as well for people who are in love with SETI.
We haven't played it because every time we go to play SETI at the moment, it's with somebody who hasn't played SETI before. So you can't. I don't really want to throw in an expansion.
I mean, what's great about SETI is that kind of alien twist, and you only really get that on your first few games. You're like, "What's this? Oh, new alien's going to come along. What's it do? Well, let's find out." After you played it a few times, you're like, "Oh, that one, okay." It does remind me of a bit like the twist you got in Brittas Empire when Gordon Brittas dies in the 6th series, but yet comes back from the dead for series 7 and 8. Maybe Chris Barrie will be talking about that at UK Games Expo.
I'm excited to ask him.
Yeah,
I'm gonna.
It'll be on tip of everyone's tongue. Really,
I'm pretty sure we've got some DVDs. I might just bring them along just in case I bump into him.
Wow!
And just shout, "Mr. Brittas!"
It is a series that's probably aged very well.
I think it really has. I really do.
But I think what he'd be most impressed with is the fact that the opening sequence of the Brittas Empire obviously featured the character of Gordon Brittas lifting weights very famously. But in the leisure centre they filmed in, there was actually no workout room. So they had to film that in a separate leisure centre.
See?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's why Julian's
These
here.
facts are pretty stunning.
You know what? Scrap the rest of the podcast. Let's talk about the British Empire.
Hey, I'm off to make another cup of tea because I cannot contribute to this.
Really nice drum roll before the opening theme. That's a little drum roll.
Oh yeah. You're bringing it all back now. I might have to go back on.
We're going to go watch it. We'll find it on Dave.
Maybe that was the point all along. That UKGE just put this out to get everybody back into the British Empire.
That's true. Maybe they're going to reboot it with, I don't know.
Maybe there's going to be the British Empire game.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be so good.
Managing a leisure centre in the late 80s, early 90s.
Yes.
And
you have to contend with not only your colleagues at work, but your alcoholic wife who really doesn't love you anymore.
Oh.
you know what I think Gordon Brittas would have liked in a board game? He would have liked Things on Strings. And he also would have liked Triangulation, because they're both Peter C. Hayworth games that are coming out available at UK Games Expo for the first time.
So these things, they're not in rings, they're just on strings.
Things on Strings, yeah. So we love Things in Rings. We've done giant Things in Rings at Canterbury Games Expo. So Things on Strings is the follow-up to that, where you're making, rather than doing the Venn diagram with the circles, I don't know why I'm making visual gestures because you can't see this when you're listening.
Great for us.
Instead, imagine a flow chart. So you're drawing out lines to complete a flow chart to help explain certain combos. And triangulation is another one that he's doing. These are both from All Play. And the kind of main quirk of triangulation is you give 3 clues to a thing to your partner. But before the person on your team gets to see them, the opponents get to see 2 of them. So you need to reserve your 3rd clue for just your partner to make sense of the madness of the other 2 clues before your opposing team manage to work out what it is. So I presume it has to be 4-player related game. But obviously we've really enjoyed PTOF's games. Obviously not just Things in Rings, but also Quidd Kitchen. So yeah, whenever I see his name on there, I'm always like, "Ooh, let's give that a go." And All Play have done really well with their kind of medium boxed games. How big are they?
Yeah, they've got their like little square box game range, haven't they? It's always great. But also, if we're talking All Play, there's this jewelry bit of River Valley coming, isn't there?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, are we going to have some of that to see? Is there going to be anything for us to delve into what else is coming to our River Valley?
It's going to be the new and shiny.
Yeah, because, I mean, we've got the deluxe edition and the nice mat and the fancy stones and all the rest of it. So just give me some fancy diamonds to put in my river as well. That's what I think.
They've got a badge on the box.
Yeah, so it's always fun to see what they've got going on at All Play, I think. And a lot of people are talking about Alibis at the minute, which I haven't played. I don't know if you guys have.
No.
But it's turning up on a lot of lists and things like that. So there's always going to be some fun stuff coming from there. In fact, actually at Gamma, I played a solo game, which was kind of, I don't know, it was like the cutesy, cozy, floral final girl.
Yes.
Yeah. So I can't, for the life of me, remember the name of it. It might be Enchanted something, but definitely we'll be seeing what fun stuff they've got.
The next one from me is, this isn't new because it was there last year, but I think they were only demoing it. I think you might be able to buy it this year.
Ooh.
And I can't remember who it's by, and I should have done my homework, but Spokes.
Mm-hmm.
Because
That's on our list too.
Yeah, Radical 8.
Radical 8, yeah.
Because I've heard a lot of great things about it. I wanted to demo it last year, but I think it was always rammed. It was really busy. And
we saw it at the press event, like the idea of it. Yeah.
And we're always looking for, we've got a lot of games, so we're always looking for games that are slightly different, that aren't, we don't have kind of that, I don't know, mechanism or whatever it is, but that looks different, and I'd like to see what it does. Have you played it?
We have. We played it at AirCon like the year before. Yeah. So it was very much prototype at that time. We played it with our friends from Allies or Enemies. And you're, doing this bike race around the, oh my gosh.
Velodrome.
Velodrome, that's the word I'm stretching.
It's all about slipstreams.
Yeah, and you've got to get behind people and you can jump past them. But you need to have the right sections for each part of the
spokes
track.
Need to match.
But yeah, I have it on the list because I'm intrigued to see where it is now, because it's been so long since we played that game, and we all did have a lot of fun playing it.
I mean, they did Die of the Dead, which is a fabulous dice manipulation game, memory game.
Yeah, and the production on that's incredible, with those like coffins with the candy skulls on it and everything. To see kind of, this looks quite colourful and a wonderful board.
It definitely had like table presence. Everyone was like, "Oh, what are those people playing? That looks really cool." So yeah, I hope get to play them. Check it out.
I'm very excited for K-pop Demon Hunters Truth or Dare game. I think that sounds great. I think that's wonderful.
You are not.
I think that will be really exciting. I will be a demon.
Okay,
they could do that. They should do a version of werewolf, because every game is a version of werewolf nowadays. Some of them are really good and they have metal swords. But yeah, I could imagine a K-pop Demon Hunters one.
Are you likening Excalibur to werewolf?
Do you know?
That's exactly what I'm doing. Yeah, it's pretty much
Mm.
that. Exactly. Well, I'm actually likening it to werewolf. Werewolf? No, I'm likening it to Love Letter, the letter of love.
Okay.
Do you know what would be a good spin on werewolf?
What?
The Brittas Empire, because as you probably remember, in that series there was electrocution, there was poisoning, someone got shot, someone got decapitated by a chainsaw.
Wow.
And if I remember correctly, Father Christmas got drowned in the toilet. So for a sitcom, quite a lot of death. Really.
I need to ask you a question. Are you working with him?
Just encyclopedic knowledge of British Empire.
Okay.
All just today.
The only show that Chris Barrie has ever made.
Yeah, he hasn't made
Libby
anything
and
else.
Julian was doing his PR.
Yeah.
Just building the hype before he gets there.
But also Sanibel, I wouldn't mind having a look at, because that looks fun. It's got shells. It's Elizabeth Hargreaves, and it looks fun.
Mm.
Yeah, we
Okay.
have that. We've played that. It's nice.
Yep, there's a review on our page. But yeah, it's a fun mixture of Tokaido, mixed with set collection and bag fitting in.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a very chill vibe.
Imagine
nice.
how relaxing it would be to walk along a beach. That's how relaxing it is to play the game.
Mm-hmm.
Cozy.
Toasty
Cozy.
and warm, unless it's a rainy day on the beach and it's not so good.
No. Did you have
So I-
anything else on your list, Lily?
I do have a couple, most of which I know almost nothing about. So Cats versus Cucumbers is here mainly because of the name, and partly because I remember a few years ago Julian had a little spell of showing me cats becoming scared of cucumbers on the kitchen floor, like leaping like they're snakes or something. Like they're petrified of them, apparently.
Wow.
Which I'm assuming is why the title.
Yeah, if you've
here.
never seen it, just look on YouTube. Cats afraid of cucumbers. I still find it hilarious.
Yeah.
I've never heard of this phenomenon.
Yeah. So there's been one or two funny videos that he's sent along with, and what happens when they like screech and leap up in the air, and then
They're like coiled springs. It's like almost in cat-like how much they move.
Yeah.
Confronted by a cucumber.
Yeah. So that one's there just because of that. Ghost Lift, I think, did actually come out at Essen, and it's from one of the Japanese publishers, I think.
Yeah, maybe.
And we didn't get to check it out then, so I'll be intrigued to see what that is. And then I thought I'd put a couple of games on that have got expansions, even though I've not played the base game or haven't got the base game, but still intrigued by them. Like Kelp, we've never played it, but there's Offshore and Offspring expansion, so maybe now's the time to get both.
All of it, yeah.
Yeah.
On my radar is what board gamers need? A cookbook.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
All right.
That's true.
So there is a cookbook that's going to be available at UK Games Expo called Winner Winner Chickpea Dinner, a board gamer's wholesome cookbook.
Okay.
And part of the reason I'm very much excited about it is because of the fantastic puns. This is a genuine cookbook, which they've gamified as well. So you get certain achievement points for doing certain things when you're genuinely making these. And they're all, they're proper recipes. So it's not just someone on Instagram going, get a bag of chips and then put cheese on it and you made cheesy chips. Now, these are proper recipes. But here's some names for you. Smash Up Hummus. Then you get Pax Paneer.
Nice.
Carcass Scones.
Oh,
Arc Soba Noodles.
Nice.
So yeah, I'm excited by just this. I like
that's all fun.
So yeah, I'm excited by getting my hands on a cookbook, because that's why I think most people are going to be at Games Expo this year.
Well, if you're going to get a cookbook, then you might as well get some more mead, right?
May as well. good mead available.
Good mead. But there won't be good mead.
Yeah.
There's no good mead available at UK Games Expo. That's the problem. There's
Is
no
there not?
good mead.
Are they not going?
They're out of business.
They're in liquidation.
Oh no!
Well,
But
only
there will
now
be-
the treasure
there will be
are
rum.
of mead.
There will be
Vikings-
Villains Rum.
Villains rum,
Vikings
yeah.
Villains Rum.
Right. I
that's-
mean, I do like rum, so okay, but that doesn't.
They
make
do
me go.
caramelized pineapple. It is chef's kiss.
Yeah, but no Nidhogger.
No Nidhogger.
Oh, that's a shame.
Maybe there'll be another mead company there that's taking its place.
Maybe.
I like to think in a parallel universe they're still serving some mead somewhere.
Somewhere.
And do you know who would be drinking it in this parallel Games Expo universe? Peter Davidson, who was originally going to be cast in the role of Gordon Brittas, but turned it down due to his Doctor Who commitments.
It makes sense.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. They are definitely some commitments that I would say.
And enjoy mead at a Games Expo somewhere in a parallel universe somewhere.
Yeah.
Probably having a great time.
Sure.
I'm excited to go to that parallel universe.
My honourable mentions are obviously Time Troopers will be there. I believe they will have some to sell, maybe, but you will definitely be able to demo. There may be some cardboard cutouts of some characters, which will be very exciting. And Lee is probably coming on the podcast for next week. We can
have the massive arch there again. The time travel arch they had 2 expos
I don't think
ago.
they can for I think the artwork isn't, that arch wasn't
the same artwork
as the
currently
game
run.
now.
But I think they've got a
I
big
think
display.
it was placeholder artwork, which they don't want to use.
That's a shame,
but they've
'cause
got
it was the Lost Expo where we foolishly went on a honeymoon instead of going to UK Games Expo. So we never got to experience the slowly bending, collapsing art.
They have a big Bees in the Rain display.
Yeah, they will have their blue division and the black division have different areas. And there is an actual beehive which has been beautifully decorated in flowers.
No spoilers of the. Just
Okay.
actually didn't want to say that.
It will look good.
Because
it will look good.
Yeah, because Bees in the Rain has done well, and you can still back it. You can still back your Bees in the Rain.
Yeah, so Time Troopers, Bees in the Rain. And the other thing I wanted to mention was Jennifer Masters, who makes some RPG books for kids, has got 2 new books out. These are the Adventurer's Apprentice books, which we got last year.
Yeah, we got a couple of them
and
last
there's
year, didn't we?
two new ones. So they're good. The kids like them. Did you have any honourable mentions?
I don't have any honourable mentions. I've just got, in my head, I've got the games that I really want to play and I really want to find at a good price.
Yeah.
But they're not new and they are just Craft in the Cosmos and River of Gold, and I want Civolution as well. They're just my 3 games that I really want to buy.
Well, maybe we'll be able to get them at the Brigand Buy.
Yay! Or from a shop that you might be able to go to.
Imagine if every time you bought a board game, someone personally made sure it arrived in pristine condition with a thank you note tucked inside.
What?
Visit boardgamist.com. We've all dealt with faceless automated warehouses. Well, no need to anymore. Every game is packed with care, beautifully presented with a handwritten note. It's a personalized service that makes unboxing your new game so much more satisfying. Upgrade your collection and go to boardgamist.com.
And use the code GETINTOGAMES for 5% off your purchase. That was exciting.
I think this year we're going to go to UKGE.
Yes, yes. I've got the tickets.
No, but in previous years, we've organised lots of meetings, etc. And then you feel like you spend the whole of 1 or 2 days chasing down the meetings, going to find I think we're going to try and take a more relaxed approach and walk and see and enjoy this year.
It's going to be me, you, Chris Barrie, just going
we're just
around.
going to be holding hands, walking around.
Yeah.
There's so much to. I think you lose out if you get too. Obviously, mark up what you want to see. make sure you go to the places for the games you're most excited about, but don't plan out every minute of every day you're going to be there, because, as I said earlier, it's the surprises that are the exciting parts. And there's the events that go on in the evening. One of my highlights of last year was going to see Nightmare Live. So don't overlook those. But that being said, I also enjoyed doing the massive micro macro last year that went all around the halls. I didn't even know that was going to be there. Had a lot of fun just doing that. So being open to just embracing the kind of randomness of some of the things that go on there. And hopefully they've sorted out the hall layout this year, because I got so confused last year. I missed the days of, hall 1, 2 and 3. Then it was clear and everyone knew where you were meant to be and it's all fine. Having 2 3s is confusing. Hopefully they've refurbished that, but that in itself might cause some problems, much like they did for the Brittas Empire, where originally they obviously filmed in their leisure centre in Hampshire, but then following the success of the Brittas Empire, they obviously asked for more money, and with that money they refurbished the exterior of it, which meant that the exterior didn't match that was in the early series, so they could never use any new exterior shots because it looked so different.
Makes sense.
I feel like he's going to want to meet you, Julian.
I would.
He's going to want to see the super fan, and meet you personally.
This. We're gonna get him on. So everybody who wants to listen, everyone who's listening to this podcast, this is gonna be tag Chris Barrie into this post.
Wow.
Don't mention any other TV shows he might have been in.
No,
Because he hasn't been in any.
He has been in the Brittas Empire.
Yes. And with using the hashtag Brittas Empire, and then we can get him on the podcast.
Yes,
I do hope you have a comment from someone who just goes, he was in this other space-based show, don't you?
I'm like, don't be silly.
What are you talking about? It was Gordon Brittas.
I don't know what you're talking about. Are you talking about that Blue Elf show? No.
Blue Elf.
I've seen nothing.
So, you've not prepared this question at all. If you had to give one tip, other than obviously prioritising meeting Chris Barrie, what would it be for somebody who'd never been to Games Expo before? What would be your one tip to make sure you have a good time there?
I think I would just take it all in at your own pace. Like you said, echoing what you said about don't plan the 9th degree and stuff like that. Have an idea of what you kind of want to do, but if you plan out everything too much, you'll stress yourself out. You can't do everything. You can't, because we get a lot of people that say oh yeah, we have to meet up to play a game. And it's kind of like, maybe. And I'll never say yes 100% because it's too busy. There's too much to explore and experience. So it's kind of just take it in your own time. Obviously my main advice is bring deodorant. That's my tip.
Listen to that tip.
But yeah, there's so many people. Make sure you're well lubricated. Make sure you're feeling moist, because you will feel moist because there's a number of people close by. But keep hydrated. Take breaks when you need it, and just relax.
I think also don't be afraid to ask questions of people. They're there with their stall, and we'll happily answer any questions you have. Be interested and
yeah. What about yourselves?
I'm going to go for the obvious one that you've just about skirted around. Comfy footwear.
Oh yes.
Don't be a fool.
Yeah.
The blisters are real.
High-heeled stilettos.
I have seen high heels at UKGE and also places like Aircon, and I can see it working a little bit more at Aircon, but at UK, we're all in our trainers. Just join us.
Yeah.
Take breaks as well. At UKGE, there's lots of outdoor spaces you can go and just get a bit of fresh air. You can go and see the history village and stuff, and just take a few minutes out before you go back into the halls and
embrace a Viking.
Yeah.
Literally.
I know it's very easy for me to say this as quite a confident person, but try that too, much like Chris Barrie. Try to, if you are going solo or if you are, as a couple, remember there are facilities there that invite you to take part. So if you see someone looking for people to join in the game, that means they are looking for people. So if you're interested in that game, sit down and play the game with them. And the good thing about it all is everyone there is at a board game expo. That means they really like board games, which is great, because then immediately you've got one thing in common. And if you don't know what to sit down and say, just go, so is this like your favourite board game? And they go, oh no, my favourite board game is why. So yes, I appreciate sometimes it seems very daunting to go out to people, and as you've said about people demoing, they are there to make sure you know the game, to talk about their game. Particularly if you get a designer, that's all they want to talk about is how great they think their game is. So embrace that, ask questions, get involved.
Yeah.
Agreed.
It's very exciting.
Yes.
It is.
We will hopefully see you both soon.
Oh, I will.
You'll see me before I see you.
My team of sleeper agents will find you.
Jake will be on it.
Yeah. Don't give them up. Don't give their names up.
I think
they're my sleeper agents.
No, it's very soon. Yeah, we're counting down the days. I mean, if you were to watch every episode of Brittas Empire before now, all 52 of them, you get to watch a couple every day.
Yeah,
that close to Games Expo.
I think I might just do that.
I think I will definitely start.
And I think I'm going to take a picture of each one I watch, and I'm going to tag Julian in it just so he can keep track.
All of them. Yeah.
He's like, oh god,
I remember this episode.
In fact, I think you should do a special YouTube, video all about it.
Yeah.
All about the.
Yeah. Sorry, this year we're not doing a vlog about UKGE each day, but what I can do is this episode of the Brittas Empire.
What about if you don't stalk Julian and you stalk Chris Barrie instead?
That's illegal, and I will get in a lot more trouble for doing that than Julian, I think.
Yeah.
It may not be as greeted with as warm a hug from Chris Barrie.
Yeah, exactly. I think I'll be like, oh no, I thought you were him, and I'll just hold a picture of Julian up every time. No. Oh, you're not? Oh, sorry. My mistake.
No, that's your super fan, sorry.
But you can see the resemblance. Handsome.
How old is he now?
21.
No, he can't be.
I want him on the podcast, 21.
Surely Julian knows how old he is.
Julian does know exactly how old he is. He's just racking his brains to think of that date as well.
I'm just thinking. Well, I know Gordon Brittas was born in 1958. You see it on a plaque, obviously, when he dies, and it's a plaque behind him in the office. But in terms of Chris Barrie, and definitely not Christopher Biggins.
Oh yeah, but I can see how you get your Chris's mixed up in your brain. Like, obviously a lot of
there's so much I have to think about. But he was born in 1960.
Wow.
Chris Barrie.
He's younger than my mum.
Oh.
Do you know he was born Christopher Jonathan Brown?
Ooh.
Yeah, not a lot of people know that.
Where's Barrie come about then? Or is that his?
It's more of a
man
name.
knows about Brittas Empire, not about the personal life of Chris Barrie.
It's funny how his Wikipedia profile doesn't list that until right at the very bottom.
Saves the best till last.
It's the last thing listed as his career profile.
Yes, till last.
His portrayal of Hillary in Lara Croft Tomb Raider and also Lara Croft Tomb Raider: The Cradle of Life was part inspired by Gordon Brittas.
Of course,
yeah.
I think every role he's ever had, whether he's a hologram or
whether he knows it or not.
You've got to live your life one Gordon Brittas at a time, I find.
Absolutely. I've got, it's not often known, but do you know I've got a tattoo saying, what would Gordon Brittas do? Probably say excellent in a strange way, which I can't remember how it's done. But yes.
Oh,
I think so. Where can everyone find you?
Not at UKGE.
Or your address. Don't dox yourself. Remember, there's no editing.
No redaction.
We are on the YouTubes as Boxed Meeples. We're also on the Instagrams. We have a Facebook now, quite recently, that we need to remember to do stuff with.
Yeah,
we have a TikTok.
We have a TikTok.
Just have to search Boxed Meeples.
Yep, there's increasing amount of content on each of the channels, but yeah, generally, and obviously, if you do see us, please do say hi. We will give you a pin badge to treasure your moment of producing photos. Please don't feel nervous about coming up to lunatics who make content on the internet.
Exactly, and if you do feel nervous, just take a photograph of Julian from a distance. He doesn't mind.
That's fine.
Exactly.
Yeah. Or what I would really like is for someone to come up to me and go, "Excuse me, are you Gordon Brittas?" Because then I would know where they've heard that from.
So we're going to get that Shirts and Merch Brittas Empire t-shirt that Julian will be wearing at the UK Games Expo.
Come on, Matt.
We now just need to work out what game could be reskinned into that theme.
Yeah.
Yeah, Leisure Centre board games. Leave it in the comments, everyone. What is a great Leisure Centre board game? Taverns of Tiefenthal. But
What?
You reskin it. You can upgrade it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Who knows?
I think someone needs to create one, though.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm on it.
Okay. Well, thank you for coming on and gracing us with all your
knowledge,
Gordon Brittas facts.
Right, it's been an absolute pleasure. I'm going to go and I'll leave you now because I'm going to go and watch Get Fit with Brittas, which was a standalone fitness miniseries from the British Empire. So
amazing.
Okay.
I'm super excited.
Thank you very much for having us.
That's right.
Remember?
Yeah, I was going to do the end bit.
Oh, yeah, okay, right. I'm ready. Hold on.
Remember to get into
the
British
Empire. The British Empire?
No, the British Empire.
That's gone down a different path.
and
on that note,
remember to get into games.
Get into the games. Yeah, thank you. Love you. Bye.